We have the floating box fort city.
This is probably 10 times more dangerous than the boat.
And there it is. Oh boy. I don't want to die. We're about to hit a rock shore film. This is it. This is the end of Papa Jake. This is where it all ends.
Jake, you need to eat. Come on, eat. Gotta do something. He's not eating.
How could I have been so wrong? The box fort God. I failed everyone. I failed myself.
You failed because you lost it, kid. You let the fame get to your head. You forgot what it takes to be a real box fort builder. You just weren't thinking.
Not thinking. I put everything on the line. I spent thousands of Logan's money. How can I call myself a box fort builder when this happens?
Think deep. Think back to what made you become a box fort builder in the first place. What made you love the cardboard the first time you smelled tape? The feeling of putting a nice seam on 2 pieces of cardboard. Take that feeling, put it in a bottle, and drink the whole thing.
You're right. This story isn't over. It's just getting started.
Pack it up, boys. We're going home.
Boys, we're not leaving.
What? I can't hear you.
I said we're not leaving. 1 second. Stop the U-Haul. Stop the U-Haul. We don't need to leave.
Why did you just punch Biggs?
She was trying to start the U-Haul.
Jake, I have the keys.
No! We're not leaving, everyone. I have a plan. We didn't fail. We're not going home.
Like I said, gentlemen, we went too big. The answer, we go bigger. With a box fort city. Boats were never meant to move. They're meant to boat. But a city, well, it's in the name. City. It just sits there. It doesn't move.
Jake, no one's over here. Why do you keep looking over here?
We're literally all sitting this way.
He's there. The city will be sitting in the water. We need a restaurant, a police station, a fishing hut, sleeping quarters. Then we'll trolley it out into the middle of the lake and drop anchor and survive for 24 hours.
This is probably 10 times more dangerous than the boat.
You're gosh darn right it is, Logan. But it's also 10 times cooler, with the potential for 10 times more likes from the viewers. 10 times more fun.
Yeah!
More cardboard! Yeah! We all build the biggest box. What's going on, guys? It's Papa Jake, and welcome back to another video here at Boat Week. And as you guys saw, or maybe didn't see in our last video, we had one of the most crazy experiences we have probably ever had on one of these Boat Week trips.
Catastrophic.
Just horrible. Go check out the last couple videos. But guys, we are going to be making this boat even bigger. But the catch is, it's no longer a boat. It's a city. We're going to be using these inflatable docks. We've got 3 in the water over there. We've got 1 here, and we even have a 5th one. We're going to be connecting them all together.
And this time we have anchors. Doesn't seem that heavy. Maybe because I'm really strong, or it's not a good anchor.
Oh, it's like Thor's hammer. Only you can lift it. I can't do it.
What are you talking about?
Why? Why? All right, well, we're gonna get started on building because we are making this a 24-hour challenge, so we will be surviving overnight.
Safety is our #1 priority this time.
Yeah, that probably should have been #1 last time, but it wasn't. One of the biggest issues we had in the last fort was bugs at night. This lake is infested with them. So we have to make sure that we build this thing with as much love and bug protection as possible.
My contribution to the box fort city is gonna be the town's jail. If anyone acts out of order, Warden Logan is gonna be there to put them away. And the best part, this jail's on water, so there's no escaping. It's like box fort Alcatraz.
So Papa Jake has left me in charge of our sleeping quarters because last time I was on anchor duty, and yeah, that didn't work out too well, but this time I'm all about having fun. So we're putting Nintendo Switch in here and we're playing Rocket League later.
The fort that I'm building as part of the city is going to be the fishing hut, but it's going to be so much more than just a fishing shack. I'm gonna have a lot of really cool stuff inside of here. Not only am I gonna be able to fish out of this thing, but I'm also going to be able to sell my fish to the other people in the city. I'm also gonna have some pretty cool stuff like a reconnaissance drone so I can actually fly around and see if I can see fish. I'm gonna have a sealed door here that I can actually raise up and go out onto this platform to fish. Then the interior will have windows, but I'm going to be bug-proofing the entire thing and adding lights to the top. First thing I really want to try is the underwater camera because I think that is going to look so sick and it's going to give me a huge advantage at catching fish.
Here's the prison so far. Inside is where the prisoner is gonna be kept. And trust me, there's no way they're getting out. This thing is sealed solid. The outside of this floaty is where the warden is gonna be sitting. Me, no one's gonna be leaving this boat.
What if no one commits any crimes? Then your prison's for nothing.
Well, why do people have car insurance? Just in case.
So everyone is hard at work on their different sections of the city. Logan's working on the jail. Got a pretty scary jail going on over here. Biggs is going to be our chef and will be hosting us in his beautiful sea-themed restaurant. But I am completely done the fishing hut. And check this thing out, guys. If this doesn't scream fishing, I don't know what does. On the back here, we have a couple different things that I'm gonna need for fishing. One, we have our massive net, which is really cool. I'm gonna try and use it to catch some fish. We also have the solar panel. Doesn't really go with the fishing theme, but no one wanted it. And I think it's so cool that this charges like all my electronics. Over here, we've got our fishing rod as well as a pole in case we need to go down and grab like, you know, the lure or something if it falls off. This is probably one of my favorite features of this place, and it is this. You've got this really awesome blind system here that covers up the interior, so when we're not coming out here, we can just have this down like this, chilling, you know, nothing can get in. And then of course on the outside, we have our little space here to fish. Here's where I'm gonna have my drone helipad, so I can take my drone off and go looking for fish or just look around at different places, maybe see if our boats are you know, drifting off. If I bring you guys inside, this is where all of the fun happens inside the fishing hut. I'll turn the lights on here for you guys so we can see a little bit better. We've got our fully bug-proof windows, one there, one over here, and one here. I've got the drone case over here, so when we need the drone, we can grab it. On the wall here, we've got some stuff that I'm actually gonna try and use. These are glow sticks. I think this could be really cool at night to do some like night fishing with glow sticks, you know, drop them in the water. Then we can see, you know, in the deeper areas. And over here we have some extra fishing lures and a rope that I'm gonna probably use for when I'm actually fishing with the net. Now over on this side, I have some binoculars. As you guys can see, it's a little hard to tell on the GoPro, but this thing actually works really well. I can look out in case there's anything on land, or if someone gets lost in the water, maybe they jump in and I gotta go find them. We got a pretty good view of this, and I think it is so cool that it's built into the wall like this. Over here, because this is a business, we have our cash register that we can, you know, open up and people can buy their fish. I haven't caught a fish yet, so I'm not really telling the guys, but I might not be able to sell anything. And then I won't be able to afford to go to Biggs' restaurant. And I definitely won't be able to afford to sleep over in the hotel that Phil's making. So, we gotta catch some fish. But I have a secret weapon, and that is the fishing camera. This bad boy allows us to drop down as far as we want to go through this convenient hole in the side of the boat here, and we will get a nice view of all the fish and surrounding area. This is great at figuring out how deep the water is around us, but also to see if there's any fish and how big they are. Because if they're smaller fish, we might want to change up the lures. If they're bigger fish, we obviously will use bigger bait. So this is pretty cool. I cannot wait to try this out. I think it's gonna be super sweet. But this is basically the fishing hut, and it'll be connecting to the rest of the city. I cannot wait to get these things in the water. I think everyone's fort has some really cool stuff in it.
You don't want to stop by my prison?
No, that's probably the last place I want to go.
Good, because I don't want any prisoners disturbing the peace. Cool fishing hut, Jake. The prison is coming along very well. We're putting the finishing touches on. This thing, highly secure. Reinforced tape bars, fully working lock system. No one is escaping the jail. And if someone is bad and I have to keep them in jail, I get to sit in this chair, hang out in the water. Hello, Phil. Do you read me?
I read you loud and clear.
Is there any trouble in our floating box fort city?
Not that I know of, but I haven't seen Biggs in a while.
For anyone in Floating Box Fort City, if they see any criminals, call the radio immediately and I will go get them.
Hey Logan, read you loud and clear.
Perfect.
I was in charge of the sleeping quarters this time around, and we are calling at the hotel. I will be charging entry so I can earn some money and maybe buy some food from Biggsy, or even better, a pet fish from Jake. As you come into the lovely hotel, we have everything you could possibly want. An open concept toilet. If you want to go to the washroom, don't be shy. Toilet's right here. This is the games area. We've got a nice rug on the ground, a basketball hoop, golf balls and golf clubs, which you can rent and use on the center island and hit the disposable golf balls into the lake. We also have a Pac-Man machine, and then my personal favorite part of the gaming area, we have a Nintendo Switch. We will be playing games here tonight, and it's able to slide up here just like that, so all 4 players can be playing at once with the screen built into the wall. As you can see on the wall behind me, we have the radio that connects next to the police station, so if anything does go wrong, we'll know to button down the hatches and let Logan solve the problem. We also, of course, have a med kit, because you never know what could go wrong out on the lake. But now, let me take you inside the sleeping quarters. This right here is the first bed of the 4-person bedroom. Now, because space was pretty scarce, the next person will be sleeping right along there. As we go further and further back into the sleeping area, the more money you have to pay to stay there, because the beds in the back have a lot more room and a lot more comfort. As you can see, the master suite right behind me, and a third bed along here. I think this hotel is going to be very, very profitable. Also, our number one selling point is our ceiling. At night, you can look up, see the stars, and it is completely meshed off, so no worry for mosquitoes tonight. That right there is my biggest selling point.
The fact that it's bug-proof will probably save us tonight, because if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't sleep outside.
Okay guys, so Logan and Jake put me in charge of doing the kitchen, and I couldn't be happier because I love food.
You better have burgers on the menu, because we need to eat burgers tonight.
Oh, burgers are on the menu. I couldn't forget those. First, I gotta show you the table. I love the green theme. Add some nice atmosphere while you're eating.
If you hear this, it means something bad has happened.
So like I have to evacuate the boat?
Maybe.
Honestly guys, it's not the biggest area in here, but I put everything in here that we need to make a 5-star meal. So obviously here we have our stove top to cook the hamburgers that Logan was talking about, and hot dogs, and maybe even a steak. This book here is where I keep all my menu items, so I know what I'm cooking for the day, so I can keep the kitchen running smoothly. Now guys, check this out. This right here, you might be thinking, what is that? It's like, looks like a water pump. Well, you put water in here, and when you pump it, it turns the water into sparkling water. So we're not out here serving just plain old water. We're making the meals 5-star and making it sparkling water. Also guys, we added an extra window over here for easy access so I can pass the food to the customers. Everyone has to eat, so everyone on the city is gonna be coming through here. Also guys, in Boxfort City, we thought of everything. Maybe a guest could come into the city and it's their birthday. Well, we even have sparklers. So if I bake them a cake, I can throw these on and it could be a big celebration.
Yeah! Jake's fishing shop is going in the water next. Ready? Oh boy, oh that's heavy. And there it is. All right, the jail is going in the water. There we go. Nice. All right, time to take the restaurant, put it in the water. Okay, shimmy it. Oh boy. Phil's hotel is going in the water. 1, 2, 3. And Phil is in the water. Yeah.
Guys, this is looking insane. The city is looking amazing.
Check it out. We have the floating box fort city. Oh yeah. Just gotta add the hotel and we are complete.
If you guys want to see us survive on this Boxfort City in the middle of the lake with our police station, hotel, jail, and fishing hut, then be sure to smack that like button. Destroy the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And of course, guys, we'll see you next time for another awesome video.